Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. You are learning ECS Elastic Container Service, and this video is part 3 of Step Scaling Policy inside ECS. So let's start. Previous video means in part 2, we already configured scale out policy. If I am going to the ECS console, here I have this cluster and this is my service. Now, if you want to verify this service, you have to go to the service first and then we have service auto scaling. And look at this, here we have scale out policy created in previous video. Now this policy is going to add number of tasks according to the CPU requirement. Now we want to remove tasks. So if I have lower load and if my CPU goes down, I want to remove this task. And in this case, I have to set up scale in policy, right? So let's start. First of all, we need to start with note. During service creation, we already configured scale out policy, which is visible over here, which is going to add number of tasks. The scale in policy must be created after service is running because we cannot create two policy together. During service creation, we can either create scale out or scale in. So we created scale out. Now we are creating scale in after service creation. Now, how we are going to set up this? It is exact mirror of the scale out policy. Here, we have like 10 tasks maximum and we want to reverse this process, right? So if my CPU utilization goes in between 80 to 70, I want to remove 4 tasks out of 10. So my running task would be 6. If my CPU utilization is going in between 70 to 60, I want to remove another 2 tasks. So out of 6, I am just going to remove 2. So 4 tasks will be running. And then if it is going below 60, I want to remove another 2 tasks. So I am coming back to the minimum number means 2 tasks. This is what I want to set up in the scale in policy. Now I am going to provide you step-by-step detail that how we can set up this. So we need to open our service and now we need to set up this policy. You can read this mind map while you are going to set up this. I am going to explain you everything directly from the console. Look, here I want to create new policy. So I am going to click on create scale in policy. I have 3 options: target tracking, step scaling and predictive. I want to set up step scaling, so I'm going to select this. Now in the step scaling, we have these 2 options. One, add and remove task and custom option. Now look, if you are going to select this option, it is actually allowing you to create scale out and scale in policy together. But our situation is different. We have already scale out policy in place. So we need to create only scale in policy. So this option is not for us because we don't want to create scale out policy. So in this case, I am going to the custom option. Now here they are allowing me to create scale in. So I am going to choose scale in, right? Now policy name, SC in web app. I am going to give this name. Now we need to create CloudWatch alarm. So here I am going to provide you all the steps related to the CloudWatch alarm. Policy name, and here I have this step. See, when we are creating service and at that time when we are going to set up scale out policy, it is allowing us to create CloudWatch alarm straight from the console. Here, when I am going to set up this, I have to create CloudWatch alarm into the CloudWatch. Now we are going to discuss about CloudWatch in upcoming days, but you just need to follow these steps. So if you don't know anything about CloudWatch, no need to worry. Just follow these steps. Okay. We will definitely talk about CloudWatch in upcoming days. So what I am doing, I am going to click on create CloudWatch alarm. Now, first of all, I have to select service. For which service we are going to set up this. Okay. So we need to click on select metric. Now we have ECS. So this is ECS. Now we can find out service name directly. Look, this is our service name. So what we are doing, we are just going to search service name directly. Okay. Enter. And here I am getting this. This is a service we have and we want to set up alarm for CPU or memory. As you know that we are going to set up for CPU, so I am going to select CPU and select metric. So here I am getting everything. Look, I want to monitor CPU utilization, service name, this is my service, this is my cluster. So this service is running in this particular cluster and we are actually verifying CPU. Average, we already discussed about average in previous video, that how many tasks you have running, and it is going to find out average of CPU utilization of all the tasks. Period, I am going to select 1 minute, so after each minute, CloudWatch will go to the ECS and it will find out the CPU utilization, right? Again, if the number is low, it will be very aggressive. Let's say that if I am going to set a 5 minute, means after every 5 minute interval, CloudWatch will take this number from the ECS. Then we have condition, it is a threshold, static, and here I am going to set up lower. Why I am going to set up lower? Because now,
sorry to interrupt you, I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot, because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification Exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Atara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Atara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying $499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. The choice is yours how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.